Hi everyone, this is Kelly Beard of karmictools.wordpress.com, and I'm so excited about this new medium. Each week I will share with you the energy and activations that are up for that week, as well as where we are in the annual rhythm, also known as the 8 sacred seasons or the lunar cycle. The goal of my forecast is to alert you to the possibilities and give you the best ways to consciously co-create with them as an individual. You should know that my specialty is cycles and patterns, and I love helping people figure out their own within the context of the social and collective rhythm. My experience has been that when you are aware of the energetic possibilities, you are more likely to respond better if, when, and however they are presented. I am here to remind you that although we are all feeling the planetary movements, our individual chart ensures that our lessons and experiences are customized for our own unique soul. All that said, part of my joy and my gift is reminding you that it is all energy. In my work, you don't really need to know the astrological language. That's what you have me for. But I try to keep things in layman's terms, and I will constantly remind you to take the names and faces off and respond to everything and everyone as pure energy that you can consciously direct. And to that end, my weekly forecast is the heads up that helps you to know what energies are kicking. So let's dive into this week's forecast. So the first thing is Chiron retrograding at 2 Aries. This is going to be the last dip into Pisces for 50 years. So for those of you born 1960 to 68, you are completing a very deep healing process, while those born 68 to 1977 are being initiated. This retrograde is useful to both groups because this is the crossover. We can all consciously honor the healing of our boundary and sensitivity issues while opening up to the new directive of self-healing, self-assembling, and self-mastery going forward. Chiron is best known as the wounded healer, the aspect of self that came in with a wound to address this lifetime. And in your chart, it represents your healing and education path. It is also all that you learn on your journey to wholeness and integration, and the healing and education that results from that journey. This 5-month period is going to reveal where you're at in your own process. This time is deeply supported for a personal inventory or inner review. You have to be willing to face the fears and hurts, accept the losses and defeats, and then get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Chiron can help guide this process. It's time to be brave and pioneering. Clearly, the old way no longer works. It's also time to follow your instincts, though first we may have to connect to them properly. It's time to face your challenges head on and remember that though we have to do for self, be self-sufficient and self-contained, we do not have to do it alone. So this time is really going to support the evolution of the individual within the context of the community or their relationships. It is all connected. If the self evolves, then the relationships have to evolve or go away. Then we have July 5th, Sun trine Jupiter. This is a blessing of source energy fueling your biggest dreams and visions for your life this lifetime. You are encouraged to take advantage of the good vibe available when these two get together to expand your life's direction in a big way. This activation is often blessings from previous dedication. You've been moving in a certain direction, and it's like the path is wider and deeper now, allowing you to connect some huge pieces of your personal story together in a new way. It's great for learning and exploring anything that will support your forward movement. Some may use the good vibe to veg out and relax, which for some may be best. However, if you're stepping up to new levels of your own consciousness, this energy totally supports you to integrate it all. It is an enthusiastic, optimistic energy that will open doors for you, depending on your attitude. It will allow you to see the big picture and the next necessary step toward your goals at this time. And this is a short, intense week. The last activation is also July 5th, Mercury in the sky opposing Mars retrograde. So this is an important one to watch out for. This energy is a mixed blessing. It is time to consider thoughtful action, not impulsive reaction. Any opposition requires we find the balance, in this case, between our thoughts and actions. You may swing between extremes of keeping your thoughts or feelings all bottled up inside until they explode, or spewing every thought that comes into your mind before truly considering why or to whom you are speaking. If you're already imbalanced and experiencing any kind of personal blockage or famine, you may feel a deep need to be heard, which, under pressure, makes you want to tell people what you really think without any filter. The problem is, whether you actually say anything to anyone or not, you still may be giving off angry vibrations, which will likely bring more challenges and contrary people into your realm, and you could end up in an argument either way. So the only way to really control or avoid this type of combative nature, within or without, is to recognize that only the ego needs to be heard in this way. Spirit only seeks peace, and in this case, balance. How has your ego been leading lately? If you are not already imbalanced, but in a strong place, feeling productive and moving forward in your life, then this is a great time to ask those you trust and who can be objective to give you some constructive criticism to help you improve yourself or your position at this time. No matter what, it is a good time to pause before speaking or acting and ask yourself what exactly it is that you'd like to express or acquire at this time. Any impulsive reactive thoughts, words, or deeds are likely to bring more problems than solutions. So that was the last one for this week. Before I let you go, I'd like to tell you about a couple of reading specials and subscriptions and things going on. The Astro Tarot is a reading I highly recommend. It's only $100, and it includes an MP3 of a look at your chart and what's going on right now, what cycles and patterns are being activated and energies that are supported. And then I pull cards and a Celtic cross, which is a great broad overview. It covers a little bit of everything, and it often gives very specific advice. And often when people are doing this kind of reading, it's because they want to know what to do, how to proceed. In my world, it's all about where's the energy, what is supported at this time. So that's why we look to the cycles and patterns. And I, of course, have the ancestors as our guides, but I do open up, I connect my guides to your guides before I pull the cards. It's a really powerful reading, and it's good to do anytime you've got some serious decisions on the block or things on your mind and heart that need to be resolved and you would like to make some progress. So that one's a really good one, and it's usually in the budget. I also have a mini Venus reading right now because we're a couple of months away from a brand new Venus cycle, when I do a special reading at that time that goes along with a workbook, and we initiate the new Venus circle, which is a live circle we do every month. But here it's just an introduction to Venus and your chart. It's only $75, and it includes the first 3 months of your personal activations. And what that is a custom report that I've put together as a PDF, and you would have an MP3 to introduce you to how Venus is moving through your world, how it feels, and your default settings, where Venus lives in your chart and how she's affected by the other planets in your blueprint, in your birth chart. And the PDF covers Venus moving through the sky as she touches each planet in your chart. And I've been tracking her for many, many years now, and all I can tell you is that when you co-create with Venus, relationships and finances automatically improve because the reminders are there that are validating the cues that you're already picking up, and you get that guidance on when to move, when to be still, when to open up, when to have some good boundaries. All of that is really useful information as you navigate through. And so that mini Venus introduction is $75, includes 3 months of your activations, or my seasonal readings that a lot of people do, all 8 sacred seasons, which is 4 solar holidays, winter, spring, summer, fall, and 4 lunar holidays, which are the gates of power, the midpoints in between winter, spring, summer, and fall. So, of course, most people do the 4 main seasons that they are well aware of, but all 8 are really powerful. Any time of the year you can reach out for this PDF reading, and it's only $25, or you can do a $75 one that includes the PDF and an MP3. So as for subscriptions, I have the Venus Circle, which includes your activations for $25 a month, and your Venus activations you can get separately and just get your PDF each month for $10. Also, I like to put it out there right now about collaborating. I am inviting anyone and everyone to play and get together. I have done a lot of work in the virtual world, and I am looking to connect in the real world. I travel a lot all over the U.S. and abroad and am happy to collaborate. What I've done most recently is work with retreats and yoga studios, wellness centers, and just partnering up, like what I do with Shanta. She is an angel communicator. That's very different from the work that I do in shamanic astrology or my earth medicine practice. It is something that I believe the work that I do complements any other modality. I think I can play with anybody, and I do have so much fun learning from others and teaching with others and traveling. So please reach out if you have a studio or you have a wellness center or even just a small circle of 10 people, 10 friends that want to get together and do this. I've done that for years too. There's many private circles that I drop in on, and we discuss the energy. We get some one-on-one time and things get done. And lately I've been invited to do a kind of weekend with Kelly. So we'd have a Friday night fireside chat, for lack of a better term. It could be on the beach or in the city or wherever we may be, but we would get together Friday night and then maybe Saturday and Sunday have a workshop or do some one-on-ones. I'm just totally open. So I invite you to, if you would like to collaborate, to reach out to me, Kelly, at karmictools.com. Or if you think there's somebody that would be a good complement to the work that I do, then I would love the suggestions, because I do have guests on my calls. We've had some really amazing ones lately, so I encourage you to check my website, karmictools.wordpress.com. Under the events tab are all the free calls that we've done, and there's just a plethora of information, MP3s, PDFs, and lots of good stuff right there. And of course, subscribing to my blog will allow you to get those updates immediately. There's also a free tools tab that has lots of goodies there for you to play with. And anything that I've talked about here would probably be listed under tools and offerings. So, I thank you for your time, energy, and support now and always. And please share this with those you think would resonate, and reach out if and when you need to. Namaste.